You will be amazed by the actions taken by the U.S. government to acquire Bitcoin and XRP. Furthermore, a report regarding tokenization and financial services was just published by Ripple. Without a doubt, we need to have this conversation. All of that and more is in this film, dudes. Accompany me during the whole procedure. I have all the latest information regarding Ripple and XRP right here. First, we'll listen to Jay Claver explain the process of making XRP ledger transactions more efficiently. Do we have any idea how many XRP it takes to send a certain amount of money? It is more rational for XRP to be expensive as network fees stay the same and more money may be moved for less XRP as its price increases. Consider how much more valuable it would be to transfer one XRP token if its current value were $1, 0 cents instead of $0, 0 cents. But you'd need 1 million XRP instead of dollars. This scene has David Schwartz stating, a million XRP can move $1 million. Alternatively, if each XRP was worth $1 million, you could transfer $1 million using just one XRP. This shows that as the asset's value rises, the network and asset both become significantly more efficient. It's quite its peak efficiency, which is estimated to be over $10,000, 0 cents. In my opinion, it will be available within the next 48 months, if not the next 24. The actual release date of Jake is unknown to me because this video was shot quite some time ago. It looks like it came out on April 14th. But Jake looks a little younger in this video, so I'm not sure. Possibly $10,000, 0 cents spread out over the following 2 years. However, I am unsure of the exact year. Maybe it's just because Jake looks so young in the video. How about you people weigh in on that? Leave a comment and tell me. A recent report from Ripple is this. Very quickly, I would say, the market for tokenized financial assets is growing rapidly. The expected outcome of tokenized assets is $6 trillion. By the year 2033, their value will be close to $19 trillion, 0 cents. The issue is that neither you nor I can make sense of this. You say we'll hit $6 trillion, 0 cents in 2025, but getting to $19 trillion, 0 cents will take another 8 years. The part that baffles me, a new token written report by BCG and Ripple, we take a look at how tokenization is coming along. I just want to talk to you in respect to these details. Tokenization works in this way for financial assets. Together, centralized and decentralized finance come together in the creation of tokens, which stand in for physical assets on the blockchain. Because of this, financial institutions are able to run more efficiently and get access to additional liquidity sources. One way to tokenize physical goods is with the XRP ledger, which takes issuers and partners through each of the 3 stages of tokenization adoption to make the most of these benefits. There is little danger in the adoption phase now that they've seen quick operational improvements and established basic infrastructure like digital assets. Banks and financial firms are aggressively testing their readiness with popular items like tokens. Responsibility for the concept of Ripple custody is well known to us. The word Medico has really been changed to Ripple custody. Just in case you didn't know, Ripple is providing this infrastructure to banks. We spoke at length about this when banks started minting their own secure currency. Why high levels of risk linked with that stablecoin make it inconvenient for many banks to handle this on their own. For an institution that lacks, for someone deeply invested in blockchain, it doesn't make much sense to jump on another blockchain and start their own token or blockchain. Furthermore, you are cognizant of the fact that they would be jeopardized in the event that the ticket were to be compromised. If they issue their own secure coin or utilize Ripple as their custody solution, then Ripple will be available to help in the event of an issue, correct? The second phase is where most institutional growth enterprises start. It is possible to boost the value and profit potential of more complicated assets subject to stricter laws by tokenizing them. In order to keep the momentum going, we need more advanced platforms, more transparent regulations, and a commitment to challenging existing revenue sources. Furthermore, the third stage is there. Changes occur in the market as the phase develops. Things that aren't very marketable can be turned into tokens at this stage, which is a innovation on a systemic scale. Companies in the same field often work together and share equipment. Let me clarify what I mean by profitability, setting the tone for the next generation of finance in the final part. By 2033, there ought to be over 19 trillion if all these institutions modernize their systems and tokenize equities, bonds, and derivatives. You also brought up secure currencies. I think Ripple is using lower figures because they are afraid of criticism for stating things like that. If you ask Raoul Pal, though, he will tell you that the market will be worth $100 trillion, 0 cents by 2033. Don't you think that's amazing? To ascertain the range of those estimations, and I'm interested in knowing if we will indeed have half of stock on the blockchain, which accounts for 25% of the total, and the rest of the stock on the previous system. Can we not handle everything simultaneously? Is it going to fall? Or are we planning to add additional stock every day? Or is everything happening all at once? I think everything will fall into place once the machinery is operational, but my perspective may change depending on the person I'm talking to and the person who gets this. Details as a result, please let me know mine. Please share your thoughts on the description. Give me some details about where you think this is headed. Additionally, the benefits of tokenization in the realm of financial services are discussed. The world's financial system is still dependent on antiquated, slow technology that is getting more and more inefficient despite some small improvements, on top of being at odds with what modern markets, customers, and money flows require. Tokenization is a major innovation that facilitates the rapid programmability and modification of traditional financial tools. Converting actual assets into tradable tokens allows for 24/7 near instantaneous asset transfers, which increases liquidity and accessibility, electronic contracts for monetary transactions, and atomic conformity. This facilitates faster transactions, cuts out intermediaries, and opens up more marketplaces. More investors can be reached, and settlements can be completed faster and at lower costs for financial firms. Consumers gain from higher performing assets, more security, and the chance to own a piece of something. Consequently, the prospect of fractional ownership. Few people have ever once had the option to buy 0.1, 0.2, or half. Is it possible for you to buy half of a stock? I thought it was always a yes or no situation. Due to the impracticality of owning partial shares of stock, I propose that tokenization and fractional control be used to facilitate this. Therefore, you have no idea whether you're just starting off, say, when you're 18 or 19 years old,